Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome.
Am I in this?
I didn't tell you that I was going live. We're making this happen. And
I
this
was
is
literally just looking at my phone. Sorry.
this is our chat right here. So I had it covering your face, but I'll move it over here so we can see everybody. How's everybody doing?
Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Yes.
Where am I supposed to be looking? Where's the camera?
Right here, where the dot is.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Does it look better? Does it look like my eyes are looking at people then?
I guess so, yeah. So
look at this.
I wanted to thank
there, right?
Well, you can look at yourself if you want, but
right.
I want to thank all of you guys for joining us and for being so patient with us, waiting for us to kind of get in contact over the last couple months that this craziness has been happening. I hope you are all coping no matter where you are in the world or what the situation is where you are.
Are there anybody coming online?
Yeah, these are all the people talking to us.
All those people?
We have 135 people with us right now.
Already?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow, you guys are so cool.
And see, Russia, Germany, Philippines. Everybody put in where you're from so we know where you're all at. And it'd be even funnier if you put in what time zone you're at. I tried to make this a time zone that would work for everybody, but I'm not sure if it's going to work for everyone. But Germany, Mexico, so cool.
Wow, this is really
Newcastle,
cool.
Wales.
So okay, now are they seeing this as well?
Yeah.
They over there.
Yes.
Everybody's kind of in the same world.
Just figuring this out as if like this whole live thing is like new technology.
It's not like I don't know. I just don't know what they're seeing because I don't watch too many.
Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Nova Scotia.
Just trying to get the feel for it.
Nova Scotia's strong. It was so terrible what happened there. El Paso, San Diego. You guys are going so fast. Dallas, Texas, St. Louis. Wow. Pretty cool. And a lot of these places we have been. So I'm sure we would recognize you if we were.
I'm so stoked to see so many people. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right.
So I scheduled out our live a little bit. I want to cover so much stuff. So stay with us. Please get comfortable. Get a drink right now. Take some time to make yourself a snack. Maybe Matt, you could get me a glass of wine because I'm feeling kind of left out. Do you mind?
My bad.
Get a drink, get some popcorn, relax.
You can drink that one.
Oh, I'll drink yours. Okay. Relax somewhere. We're going to spend this whole hour as a social hour just chatting with you guys. So feel free to answer questions and also to talk about everything Sumo Cyco under the sun. And I also want to ask you to do us a favor and do all like the thumbs up on the video, make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to be extra kind to us, you can even share this video right now on your socials with the link so it spreads the word to let people know that we're live right now. And if somebody could do it to the Sumo Cyco group on Facebook, that'd be great because I want to make sure everyone knows and they don't miss it so they can ask their questions. And even on Twitter, you could post it so it helps spread the word. So I appreciate that guys, so much. So cheers to all of you that have your drink. Vino time. Yes, Rebecca.
Has everybody become isolation alcoholics?
I hope not.
Isolation alcoholics.
Cheers. Cheers to our fans. Thanks for joining us. It is a beautiful day here in Ontario, in our neighborhood. And I was kind of worried no one would be here because everybody would be enjoying the sun. But obviously you guys are from all different places, so that doesn't matter. Might be rainy where you are. I have no idea. So cheers, guys.
This is really cool that everybody kind of came out. There's some people here to talk with us, so that's neat. So the only problem is that my eyesight is not as good as it used to be, I guess, and I can't read half that stuff. It seems so small.
Well, I can read it.
You can't make it bigger, can you?
I don't know. Is there a way to make it bigger? I don't know. These are things I should have figured
bigger,
out
so
before.
I could have been like, instead of like peering at it like so close.
Manage monitors? I don't know what that means.
Sorry,
lost all of it. You
guys can see it. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I want to address why we have not done this live sooner and why, we are in crazy times. The world is dealing with this together, which is unprecedented and kind of crazy that we all are dealing with the same issue at the same time. But to be honest, like we have been crazy touring like nonstop. It feels like since last year, like since we did Download, we were doing music videos like crazy. We've just been so busy. And then we started with the Ginger Tour last year. And then we went for like 3 months with that and went to UK again. And then like did our tour
to the States for another month.
Yeah, another month. So literally when this whole quarantine lockdown and stuff happened, Matt and I had thankfully kind of planned to be at home in the studio working on our third record. And we had kind of planned some like downtime to just kind of like take a break from the touring, from the constant, work videos, and just really kind of refocus as artists and as songwriters, and kind of put
Julie, there's a bunch of people on here. Sorry.
Yeah, put the pressure on us to like reconnect and get inspired for ourselves, instead of like constantly creating and like putting stuff online. And especially since we don't have the ability to collaborate with some of our favorite collaborators, like shout out to Trozy and Oscar, Francesca, and all the people that we work with.
The rest of our Sumo Cyco team that we haven't seen for almost 2 months now, or has it been more than 2 months? Probably been more than 2 months.
Yeah. So it was kind of like my own thought was like, oh my gosh, like I need some time to like regroup and kind of get inspired and like really get creative and think about what I want to do to like finish this record, make it our best one yet. And then all this stuff started happening with lockdowns and quarantines. And, I'm going through my own stuff going like, oh my gosh, like, what does this mean for bands out there, our band, other bands, the music industry as a whole? When are we going to be all back with you lovely people and being able to tour? What is it going to mean for a record release? Are we not going to be able to tour? How long is it going to take? These questions that you are all feeling, I'm feeling as well at the same time, and stressing me out and trying to like figure out how to cope with this new world. I've
been finding it depressing. Like, no matter how nice it is, like, and like the first month I was cool, but this month I'm finding it's like it's just like annoying. I'm just like, oh, this is getting. I just need to go to a pub and just have a pint at a pub. Like I just blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and you appreciate the little things that like you kind of took for granted that you'd get to do. And you realize how much connection and being with other people and touring like means so much to us. So it's like really, really in the long scheme of things, it was just like I wasn't ready to like tell you how I was when I'm like trying to get myself together. Like RuPaul says, how are you going to love somebody else if you can't love yourself? I'm like, how am I going to do a live if I don't even know what my life is going to be? I don't know what to tell you guys if I haven't regrouped.
You're pretty bummed out about everything.
How am I going to like talk to you guys and like get you excited about like what we're doing and everything if I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing? So and long story short, I just want you to know I'm in it with you guys. Like I'm going through the ups and downs, of like good days, bad days, what the hell's going on days. I'm totally relaxed. I'm cool at home. I love my place. Like every different emotion, as I'm sure you guys
breathe
are.
When you talk? I just wonder. Jesus Christ.
And what about you, Matt? Like, how have you been dealing with this quarantine? Tell the people.
I said it. I was bummed out. I've been bummed out. Actually, at first I was like, cool. Like, to be honest, we were kind of expecting to be in this not a quarantine, but be, kind of isolated and be working on a record and writing as many songs as possible. So we kind of really expected for the next couple months to be kind of locked down, but not like this. I kind of like going and having a dinner somewhere and a drink somewhere, and those kind of things. That kind of stuff is fun, being social a little bit. So that kind of stuff is bumming me out. And it's sad to see communities not be able to be together right now, especially summer coming up. It's like, come on, we all gotta. So anyway, it's kind of sucks, but I'm cool. We're getting through it, and so I'm really happy that we finally decided to come live and see you guys, because I actually bugged Sky like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was like, hey, we should go on and see some of the people that have we've gotten to know and that kind of follow what's going on with us. So you didn't feel like we were just completely out till lunch and out in the dark. So we're not. We're here in the studio. We're banging away on tunes and meeting more and more people coming online. So this is good. We got like over 200 people now. Like, should we be answering anything that people are writing?
I've been kind of like half paying attention, half like listening to
We're into our social hour. We're 9 minutes and 20 seconds into our social hour.
Yes. So FYI, if you guys like this idea of us kind of getting together and doing something fun, maybe a bi-weekly basis or something like that, let us know, because actually our friend Steph has been doing a weekly quiz with us as kind of like a fun thing to do as friends. And I thought to Matt, I said, why don't we do a Sumo Cyco quiz? So we're not going to do it this week, but I thought maybe if you guys are down.
Questions are blowing by you.
Yeah, maybe.
You've got lots of time to tell them about the quiz. You should be answering these people.
Maybe I have question time slated into my schedule.
Your schedule doesn't work with these people. These people are just like, "Yo, what's up with this? What's up with that?" You're just missing everybody's questions.
No, I'm kind of paying attention. If you see a question mark, then you're like, okay, I gotta pay attention to that.
I've seen like 12.
Some people are just reacting to what we're saying.
Like somebody was asking if we listen to Tool.
Right.
I do. Sky doesn't so much, but I do, especially the first early stuff. Somebody was asking about third record. Those questions are going to come up. So the third question stuff, just wait.
I'm doing what you're doing out loud in my head, just so you know.
I know, but you got to fill these people in.
So anyway, what do you guys think about doing a Sumo Cyco quiz? I thought maybe we could do it on Zoom next time, so we could actually see you guys if you guys wanted to opt in with video or just audio. Anyway, I'm still figuring this out, but maybe if you guys are down, I could come up with a bunch of questions to do with our Sumo Cyco videos and our songs.
Quiz. Yes, I'm down. Oh my God, yes. And then we can see 200 people hanging out.
And so if you guys are true psychos and you know our music videos and you know all of our songs, then you should be doing amazing at this quiz. And I thought it'd be really fun to do maybe in the next couple of weeks.
And we thought about making a reward, but then if you all win or a bunch of win, you're screwed.
And it's hard to tell who's cheating and who's not cheating, that's true. Because you kind of can't keep track of everybody's scores. Unless I could find some app to do that. If you have any apps that would do that, you can like type it in.
But we can have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
It's a nice little social
I think it'd be fun. And then it gets you guys like thinking of like all the stuff that we put out so far until the third record comes. So talking about that third record.
Yeah, we can make it a drinking game. Somebody just said that. We can make it a drinking game. We can make the Zoom quiz thing a drinking thing.
Okay, cool.
Somehow. If we can
with
it.
I like it.
That's cool. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Zoom drinking game.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay. And so let's deal with the third record, okay?
Yes.
You guys have a lot of questions about this. Mushroom head mask. Ooh.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's our own Sumo Cyco version.
On tour with them and they made it for us actually, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So third record, guys. So yes, we have been in the studio literally trying to come up with these perfect songs to make this the best record yet. We do have a lot. I've said this in a few other interviews, but I'll reiterate. This is the first time, guys, that we've ever written more songs than what we need for the record, which means we are going
parts and pieces and parts.
Crazy.
But nothing is together properly except for the songs you guys have already heard pretty much.
Yeah. So I've kind of made a goal for us in the
they're together. There's parts together.
Yeah.
I should explain. Like, we have, you're fast. You're really fast. You need to breathe for a second. Let's explain. We have tons of material, but they're not finished songs, and we're trying to weed out what's the best.
Mm-hmm.
And we're knocking heads sometimes about what's the best and what's not, and we're trying lots of different stuff. So,
by the way, if you guys hang on till the end of this kind of meeting, social hour, we're going to be doing a couple little clips for you guys of the new stuff. So you definitely want to hang around.
Hold on, I'm going to do one now.
You're going to do it now.
Just to give people an enticing to stay.
Matt's going off script. All right. Yeah, we'll do a couple more little
We'll do a bunch
clips
like that later on. Once I get a little more comfortable and get a little more junky, then I'll be like, oh yeah, let's play them this,
So, but the truth is that we wrote probably like 15 songs before this quarantine happened.
Like it. Boom.
And then we wrote like one song, tried a couple that we weren't like really loving, and we kind of abandoned ship on those. And that happens sometimes.
That's a pun because Sky wrote a song called Abandon All Ships.
But the truth is that we run into writer's block too, and we also disagree, which happens a lot.
We disagree?
We disagree
on
what we want to do with the song sometimes. And sometimes it leads us to kind of a roadblock. And then we have to either start again or kind of rework. And some songs that you guys know and love, like for instance, Cry Murder, had like 3 different courses before we nailed on what the chorus is now. So sometimes songs actually take like a really long time, and they take like stepping away from them and then like rewriting them. And so it is a process. It always doesn't come like,
but we realize it's taken us, well, we also realize it's taken us longer than we expected to, but that happened the first time when we were trying to make a good record. And
True.
I think that we were lucky enough to make 2 records that have somewhat independently successfully got us to a place where we're touring a lot, and you guys are all with us and hanging with us and partying. So I'm sure that you're all real cool. I'm hoping you're all real cool with just waiting just a little longer, because once once we got it right, it's gonna be awesome. And we have to make it right. It has to be right, because we decided to do this deal with Napalm and get the song, this record out with a company. We want it to be right. So, I'm hoping that you guys are still going to be patient. It's going to rock, I promise.
Yes. And those of you that have pre-ordered the album, let me just give you the quick skinny on that. Everything that you have ordered through the store will be honored when the record comes out. The reason why we shut everything down on sumocyco.com/album3, we shut it down, is because now that we're working with partners with Napalm, they need to be involved in all the steps to launch everything from here on. It does not mean that there won't be other opportunities to like get packages and stuff, but because we just don't know 100% when the release date is, we just didn't want to keep people kind of like on bated breath of like, I've spent this money, I have no idea when I'm getting this stuff, which some of you are in that boat right now, which I apologize, because we're working.
We just didn't want more people in that boat.
More people in that boat. And then on top of that, we have kind of had a plan for the record. And then now that we have a record label, you have to kind of like adapt them to the plan. And then we had tours come up that were unexpected, that pushed things back. And then we had this friggin' disease come in and then kind of change plans as well. So there's been lots of kind of unpredictability happening in our world.
But this is cool. Like, we're going to have to depend on you guys huge on this, because we've talked about it. And this is one thing we've realized, is that with this isolation thing, is that it could take quite a while before they start letting like full concerts go on. We don't know for sure. Let's hope for the best.
Different countries are different rules too.
But I think we're going to try, we're still trying to make a plan up to try and get this thing out as soon as we have it ready and we're ready to go with it, more than like waiting on the isolation world, which means we'll have to expect all of you guys to be behind us and rally and try and spread the word as much as possible if we can't tour it right away. But like, let's face that. Like, let's face that situation. Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, it's like, let's just everybody, try and enjoy your summer, and we'll try and kick ass trying to pick these best songs. But if I've seen people asking how many songs do we have, I have about 22 working songs that are like demoed out, where I'm like, these are all really cool tunes that we like. We don't know which ones are the best, and I have like. But like I said, they're not finished. They're all parts. And I've got like another 10 or so of instrumentals or more that we're still trying to work out all the vocals for, ideas for, and see which ones are the best, and then we're going to try and give you the best of it. And it'll be interesting because we've never done it this way. And our manager asked us to do this way, kind of really. And it's been really interesting.
Also hard
it's opened up all these weird songwriting. I feel like at the later on when we show you some songs, I'm going to show you some stuff that I don't think we're going to probably put on this record.
Oh man, Matt is going off script.
Yeah, like that we just like that we.
That is a tease that these guys hear a clip that they love, and then they're like, "Oh, this is never."
Well, we don't know if they'll love it. That's my point of doing it. I was like, we have a choice to be like, "Oh, guys, here's what we think's gonna be on the record." Sure, we got lots of these cool songs. We like boom, 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 but we've tried all this other stuff. We've got some slower stuff, some kind of like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like poppier. There's some interesting vibes, and I just thought it'd be cool. Why don't we run? One of those ones over and go, hey, check this out. What do you guys think of this? Even though, because we've already started kind of thinking maybe this won't be on the record because it's not necessarily the flavor that we're going for.
Right. It's like when you make an album, it's like cooking. You got to put in the right flavors so it combines to make like a perfect concoction.
But it's like when we're on tour, when we do our VIPs, we like to try and meet people and ask everybody's opinion on songs because we're playing to you guys. You guys are the ones helping support us. So I'd rather know, like, oh, you kind of like it, this kind of style compared to that. Some people are like, oh, we've got to play from the heart. I'm playing from the heart. We write songs.
Sienna, he does not like sticking to the rules.
I don't like sticking to the rules, man. I'm not sticking to the rules. So we're going to try and bounce a couple ideas off you. Just very little ones. I can't give you too much away, right? But I'll give you little ones and you can tell me, oh, I kind of like that flavor or I don't, blah, blah,
yeah.
Blah. Anyway, I'm spilling my wine on my pants. Sorry.
And as far as like, I've seen a couple questions about releasing on vinyl. Yes, that's in the plan. We've already started that pre-order, but had to slow it down. Like I said, we'll relaunch all of those pre-orders when we decide to kind of have a release date, when we know that's happening. And hopefully that'll only be like within 6 months of the release so that, we can really... First, we have to finish the record is basically what we have to do. We're still in finishing mode.
Somebody's like, 10 songs on each like double record. Like, this isn't a double record. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking for the best 10 or 12 that we can and I'll finish those ones. That's what I mean by
and
they're working.
There may be B-sides and bonus tracks.
Yeah, like I'm gonna keep like all these are really cool, but I want the best of the 12, so that I'm just like, here is the best I can possibly put out with this company and see what we can come up with. Hopefully, you know, and like all the rest, maybe I'll keep working on them, but like I can't spend that much time trying to finish all of that stuff right now. We got to hone in on the best. So that's why they're all unfinished. They're all like, you know, Sky and I get halfway through and we're like, what are you feeling? Do you think this is dope? Do you think this is great? And she'll look at me and be like, this sucks. And I'll be like, maybe we just are tired of it, so we'll go back to it a week from now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by working songs, and you know, so there won't be a double record. It's just gonna be a kick-ass single record, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so I have been writing down a few questions that
Double
you
would be cool,
have been asking. So if you have any more questions, feel free to write them, but I'm just going to say a couple that I noticed so far. So Live with Mel asked where we'd like to tour that we haven't toured already. And I'm going to say I would like to go to South America. I'd like to go to Brazil. I see a lot of people from Brazil. I also like to go to Russia.
Yeah, Russia would be cool.
Play Australia.
Some of our other friend bands have gone to Russia, and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because we've covered a lot of Europe before, and obviously the States we've been through. But yeah, there's still so many other places
Australia would
to
be
go.
cool. We flew into Australia, but we didn't get to tour it. We just like stayed there for 8 hours, and then we went to New Zealand, which was an awesome tour. But
yeah.
Australia would be cool too.
I've also been waiting to get back. One of my favorite places to Japan.
You're gonna say it.
I used to go there all the time when I was younger with my pop records, and I just miss it. Like I haven't been there in so long, and I really got like so, I don't know, excited attached and like into the culture and stuff. And I think that's half the reason why Sumo Cyco is called Sumo Cyco, is I just had this love affair with Japanese culture and yeah.
So I've got Sky, what are some of your favorite wines?
So
I love non-Sumo Cyco questions.
Matt and I are big fans of Rieslings, and one of the things that really got us into Rieslings was touring New Zealand. We tried a lot there, and they're really famous for amazing wine there. And we also live in Niagara area, which is a lot of wine from Ontario, Canada. So we like to buy local wines. We've been to local wineries. So yeah, that's what our favorite. I also like mostly whites are my favorite. We both like white wine over red. And
I like anything that gets me drunk on the summer day.
He also, another weird fact about Matt is he does not like any hot drinks. So tea, coffee, hot chocolate, nothing. If he's gonna drink it, it has to be cold, and that's why he likes white wine, is because it's served chilled and not warm or room temperature.
No warm drink. I've never had a coffee.
He's never had coffee, and he doesn't like any warm drinks whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one time you had a warm drink is when we were in Germany at the winter market, and they had like that special cider, like the Christmas cider. I think you were, wanting to just feel the culture at that moment, because it was such a cool moment that you actually tried that warm cider. But normally,
I just take a sip of yours. I don't think I drank it.
Iced coffee. They're saying that iced coffee.
I still got a cold beer.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we at here? There's
another question
running down the road here.
Callie Berry asked what hair products I used. If you're still here, Callie. Yeah. And I literally just dyed my hair a couple days ago with Arctic Fox. There's a color called Girls Night. And I also like to mix my own color, which is basically using either, whatever brands. I've used Pravana in the past, Arctic Fox, Manic Panic, and then I combine either colors or combine the color with a clear conditioner that I can dilute the color. Or sometimes, for instance, I don't know if you can see in this light, but my roots are a bit darker than my ends. And if I put them up, you can kind of see. So at this point, I have the color is more full. And then as I progress, I use less and less color to have kind of this ombre faded effect. So that's what I use. And for bleach, if I'm doing it at home, I'll use any L'Oreal products. My one hairdresser told me that he prefers L'Oreal if you had to buy like kind of a drugstore version. So that's what I use.
Do you guys like anime? Yeah.
Our drummer Trozy is the guy to talk to about anime. Yeah. He has actually a lot of tattoos based on the animes that he likes.
Yeah, he's an anime freak.
Yeah. Yeah. And another question that I saw.
I hope he's at home watching as much anime in between practicing drums.
What's your top beer? They're asking.
My
Richard
top beer?
is asking.
When I'm sitting at home in Canada, it's just MGD. Like I'll drink MGD. But anywhere,
lager is your favorite.
Like a nice cold lager.
Dark beers as much.
Yeah, like a cold lager. Like pretty much I'll drink any beer if it's like a lager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question that we got from James asked, "What made us decide to sign with Napalm?"
Oh, yeah. Crazy. All right. I can cover this a little bit.
Okay.
All right. This was more me pushing, I think, a little bit than you. All right. So we have been lucky enough to get to a place in our modest careers that we have been touring a lot. And some of it's been pretty successful where we're like, we're really getting a good following behind us and we're meeting new people. And we're running our own business independently still, like right out of our little church here. And there's a place that you get to. Can you hold this? There's a place, I need to use my hands, that you get to where you get to this spot and all of a sudden you in your career where now you're supposed to go here, like where we literally go, oh, we know our next tour, we have to do this and it's going to cost this much. And this is how much merch is going to cost. We know what our numbers are a bit. And now it's kind of like you have to add, like we kind of have to like, what's our next step, And so to me, I'm like, technically if we want to take it a bit bigger, instead of us just, kind of, I don't know what's the word, turning our gears over and over again. I just went like, I would really like to see if we can get a wider reach and meet a lot more people with the help of somebody else that sees that they can partner with us because we're running a business. And I think we've had conversations with other labels that just didn't get what our vision was, but Napalm has. They kind of really understood that, we want to make this record right. We want to kind of do it our way. We're going to do our videos the way we want to do it. They're just really kind of get behind us and go like, we see what you want to do. Let's do this. And let's see if we can reach as many people as possible. So we've worked out a really cool deal with them and they've been nothing but cool about it. And more just like going, hey, when are we going to do this now with this Corona thing? We've got to kind of work out this whole plan together. So, I feel like right now it's the time where we want to try and reach as many people as possible. So we're starting to get it in over our heads if we don't get somebody working with us a little bit. So I feel like that was our
it's
plan.
Like I'm a control freak. So that's why I think when Matt opened this up, he's like, this is me doing this. I'm very much a control freak and that doesn't change whether I'm with Napalm or not. But it just means that I need to realize that I can't do every single thing myself. As you guys know, I love directing our videos. I love doing social media, designing our own photo shoots.
Our
the
merch,
list goes on.
You name it. The list just keeps going. And I'm like,
there's only so much, especially when things get busy, especially on the road or when you're trying to focus on creative stuff and these other little things come up and you're like, oh my God, I do have to do this paperwork and this permit filing, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And you're like, okay, I need to have some more people on my team. I need to feel like I can focus on the important parts, which is performing live and making the music. And then some of the other things that, that somebody else can take care of.
This was like our in the past year, it's one of our best years / most stressful years because of how much we toured. It was amazing that our agent and our manager and our team behind us and bands all came together behind us enough to take us out on at least almost, I don't know, about 6 months worth of a year of touring or more. So we just had so much, and it doesn't weigh on you so much that you're like, oh, we can't do this. We love it, but it's really hard for us to get like a music video done.
When every day you're playing a show.
Yeah, and then you come home from the tour and it's like, oh, we got 3 weeks before we're leaving on tour again. And we're like, oh, we got to get the music video done. I'm like, half the time we can't even wake up for 2 weeks. We're exhausted. And so you just start thinking about things where you're like, man, we really are starting to get to a place where we need to put more people in teams. Like for the first time in Sky's dealing with me, first time ever, she heard me say that maybe we would get somebody else to help direct a video for the first time on this new record because of the fact that we're trying to tour it so much. Not the first one. We got this for the first couple. But if we start touring and we want to promote more videos, we can't wait to come home. We need somebody working on our ideas for us, kind of, and then we'll go in and finish them with them, like kind of a thing. So This is what we're trying to do. So that's kind of a long story short. That's kind of why we decided to try and partner with Napalm and see if we can make this record just that much bigger for everyone.
And yes, I saw a question about.
It could also be a huge fucking failure. Hopefully it won't. I believe I'm a
don't
huge.
Say that.
I'm just saying it won't be. I'm just saying that you guys have been behind us, so I don't think it will be. But I'm not sitting here thinking that it's going to be the be all and like we just want to do the best we can, so we want to reach as much as possible. So let's hope it won't. We just got to reach out to everybody.
Yeah, and I did see somebody mention Des. Fafara from Devil Driver, who is our manager, and yes, they are on Napalm, so there was a connection there. And also, if you guys noticed, we did go on tour with Ginger last year, and so that was another connection that kind of got us around talking to Napalm.
Yeah, so. Napalm saw us in New York.
Yep.
We were lucky enough to meet them all in New York. Two tours ago with the Ginger, they saw us at the Gramercy Theater, and we got along with them great, and I think they really liked the live show and they understood some of our vision. So they came back to the next New York show. And
as far as working with them has gone, people asking about having creative control. Like I said, with the controlling thing, like I wouldn't be working with somebody if I wasn't able to show our vision. And a label like Napalm, they don't, sign a band and like change the band and like you should be different.
They're looking for acts that they can just get behind and
they wouldn't sign us if they didn't like what we are already, and that's what you guys like. So we're just going to be an evolution of that. So
yeah, if anything, we're going to drive them nuts with all the weird music we try to make.
Yeah. One person asked, what's the more difficult, laundry or cooking on tour?
Cooking, because we don't do laundry.
Literally, we probably do laundry once or twice in a tour. Like, I have enough clothes that I only wear like a stage outfit like once or twice, maybe 3 times before I retire it, and it goes into the back of the suitcase until I have to wash it. But cooking is something that we want to save a lot of money on, because you can spend so much money while you're on the road with eating out or eating at restaurants, and also health is also an issue as well. So we bring a barbecue with us, a little Foreman grill that's like this big, and we have kind of tailgate parties every time we finish a show. We will literally just all sit around the barbecue, or one of us will do the barbecuing and call us in when our food's ready. And one
of us is selling merch while the other one's cooking burgers.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. Okay. So has anyone seen the TikTok that I did as Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin from the Tiger King? Have you guys seen that? Do you think it's ridiculous? Because there's a side of me as a child that loved musical theater. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I loved playing characters and I loved dressing up and doing like routines. So I kind of let that out, and I think, going a little crazy from being inside, and then also trying to understand TikTok, which is a learning curve. And I don't know if you guys are in the same boat, but has someone who's been through like MySpace days and then like evolved to Facebook, evolved to Instagram, like evolved to all these things, there's always a bit of a learning curve. So I told myself that I would do a few TikToks to kind of like learn how to do it. So if you guys have a TikTok, follow Sumo Cyco, because I'm trying my best to post some fun stuff on there.
It's what I should be doing is my own TikTok of her doing her TikTok. That's what I should be doing, like behind the scenes, like quietly, because it's ridiculous. And I'm sitting here like working in the studio on tracks. She just come in here and she's like screaming on a mic, and then she goes out there, and like 2 minutes later I walk out and the dog's got like this leopard thing on, and Sky's got a tooth missing. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway. Yeah. It'd be really funny. I should start doing that. I'm going to start watching out for you and try to sneak my videos of you doing it. 18 takes later. Like, I bet you guys are all going through it. All you TikTokers, you may not want to admit it.
Do they call them TikTokers?
I don't know. You call it whatever you call it. Clockers. You call it whatever you want. all you guys must literally spend hours though, right? Like it's you first try and then you're like, oh yeah, it's not right. So I'm going to try again and try again and try again. I guess we got the hours with this isolation.
I do see that there's a positivity in like when I go on TikTok, I'm like laughing and like looking at people being ridiculous and silly. And when I go on like social media like Facebook, I feel like it's more like serious, like political articles. Very like.
Are you gonna diss the book out here?
No, I still use Facebook all the time. I'm just saying I can see why it like has its space. So with that said, I'm learning it and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So if you guys want to follow Sumo Cyco there, please do. That'd be great.
That guy likes my shirt. Nice, thanks. Boom.
Okay, so another question that I saw from one of the fans is what our favorite travel acoustic guitar is. And I don't know if you're referring to the fact that you saw, I think it's in the other room if you want to grab it. No, he doesn't want to grab it. It's like literally has no body.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
I don't even know where it is.
It's sitting right in your guitar rack. Anyway, that one Oscar would play all the time when we were on the bus.
It's
so I don't know if that's where the question came from, is we did a tour book and showed Oscar always.
We also have these Burdens?
Yeah, Steinbergers, which
that thing right there, the one right
don't have a head on the top. They tune from the bottom, so it makes them smaller, more compact, and easier to travel with.
Except they don't make strings for them anymore.
And if you guys, anybody knows that I did a different album cover for my album Noise from the Basement in Japan, and on the cover I'm holding a Steinberger guitar. And that's a shout out to my old producer James Robertson, who introduced me to those.
Did you call the record Noise from Japan when you went there?
No, it's still Noise in the Basement. Another question is what inspires
you
us?
see my bracelet hasn't broken. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've been waiting for my wish to come true.
It says what inspires us to do music, and like what bands inspire us.
Oh Christ!
Where do we start?
Yeah, where do you start with that?
Well, I'll describe your like upbringing is like Matt started in a punk band called Henry's Volunteer, and he listened to like NoFX and like all the punk bands going way back. And then he kind of evolved his taste when he traveled, and he really fell in love with the Police, and he went back. His mom's from England, and he went back there and kind of fell in love with like the reggae rock vibes. Started Dodger, which is his second project, which infuses like the heaviness of some of his favorite rock bands with the reggae side of.
Are you trying to sell some extra merch right now? Is that what you're doing?
Well, if you guys are curious of Matt's previous project, we sell it at our Sumo Cyco.
I can feel it. I can feel it coming. She's just like,
It's really good.
So yeah, I know. That's a good project. I have some
for Dodger. It called Dodger for a while, so that was his influence. And then he kind of, as we kind of started working together, we were really influenced, which all of you must know by now, is Skindred, which was kind of the catalyst that started this band. Is us finding a mutual love of Skindred, which is like the dance hall meets with the heavy metal, and then we just kind of like, I don't know, we've loved a lot of bands throughout the years, like.
Love tons of bands. So you kind of, for us, we just throw a lot together.
We did buy Rage Against the Machine tickets that got postponed for another year. I don't know if anybody's in that boat. If you've bought tickets,
ours we bought for
bands.
Chicago. We could only get ones for Chicago, so we got Chicago, and we're like, we'll travel to Chicago. Who cares? We got to see Rage, and boom, it gets all this stupid stuff. And then we're like, oh, maybe we should get our money back. But I'm like, we paid the charity ones. But then now they're saying that they're gonna reschedule, but it's one full year-ish.
Did anybody get like kind of like frustrated with the fact that they bought like some tickets and they can't see the shows anymore, or they have them on they're postponed?
This is what I mean by it's really weird. Like when bands are like doing that kind of canceling, and then we're talking about, oh, maybe there'll be a tour in this. I'm like, there's not going to be any tours anymore.
Well, think about it. If all the bands that were supposed to be, between, slated for, from April to May to June to July throughout the summer, all those shows have to happen the next year. And then when the new ones get booked, it's going to push it even further away.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but
yeah, look at everybody's telling me all their cancellations.
Yeah, so I don't want to be negative, but like, oh my gosh, like I hope you guys can still support those bands by, maybe, buying some merch online, listening to the songs, streaming their songs, all that stuff.
I know all these cool things got postponed.
Because I do really want to say that like this is going to be a really interesting time for the industry, and you as music fans are going to have a big part in what happens, I think. Because if you, adapt and pay attention to your same favorite artists, even if you don't get to see them live, like coming to like live streams or supporting their music or whatever endeavors that they do, whether it's online.
We're going to figure it out.
It's still really important to support that, because some bands, it's like a do or die situation. If they don't have tour income, it's going to be harder for them to survive.
Here's what we're going to do. If we can't get the concerts together, we're going to see how there's 242 people. It keeps going up between 250, 242, whatever. We're going to get a small boat, and we'll rent a small boat where everybody can fly in, and we'll hit the boat, the 240, and we'll do a 3-day little boat cruise, sumo boat cruise.
Partay.
With 200 plus. What do you guys think of that? That would be a smart idea, right?
I think we should develop a Sumo Cyco vacation.
Quite expensive.
And you guys can all come on vacation with us. That would be really fun.
Yeah, we could all isolate on an island together.
Yeah, like we could just have like a big party and just play music and like hang out and like eat good food and like relax on a beach somewhere. Mm-hmm. That would be awesome.
There's a lot of yeses. Some people are down with it. It wouldn't be cheap for you guys, just so you know, but I would at least be able to show you where all your prices go.
Especially coming from so many different parts in the world.
But think about how dope it was. Like, if we're all willing to do it, we'd be like, wait a second, we could get a small little resort, basically, for 240 people. And as long as I get the right prices for everybody, we all just pitch in and we just make it happen. It would be great for 3 days.
I totally would. Yeah. I'm so down with that.
I'd play an acoustic set for you guys.
Well, I'd be involved, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, you would too. That'd be cool.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Anyway. The other question that we wanted to ask you guys, because we're still developing, the original material and whatnot, if there was another cover that we did this year, do you guys have any ideas or thoughts? Do you like our covers? Do you like when we do something that's maybe a little bit more pop and we bring it into the rock world? Do you like?
Yeah, like we're cool when you don't like what we do. It happens sometimes. I read it. I'm online with you guys all the time. I'm talking with you guys. I see sometimes I'm like, oh, they didn't like this one or they did like that one. That's why we chat with you guys. So throw it out there, which ones you did like, which ones you didn't like from us. And maybe, but like consider it like, like I'm not about to do, a Journey cover or something like that anytime soon. I don't feel like. Am I?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I just don't want the typicals, small town boy songs coming at me. Like
nothing that would be like the top karaoke songs.
Yeah, like pick something interesting. I mean? Let me check it out. I don't know. I say that, and then I'll just pick one eventually, and it'll be like the top karaoke song. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, I feel like the one we did, System of a Down, BYOB, and the Chili Pepper song. To me, those are kind of in our genre of
But some people hated BYOB and some people loved it.
Right, but it switches it up by having a female vocalist on it, putting my spin on it. But at the same time, I really love like our Macklemore cover, the Dua Lipa cover, because they're more of like pop or kind of like.
I don't think anybody paid attention to the Dua Lipa one. That one didn't go.
There's a very few people
didn't get it. It went like this. I think it had to do with the weird video we made. It was pretty strange.
I liked the video. That was my creative vision.
It was a strange creative video for a strange cover. I liked the cover. I don't know. It just kind of won't. Yeah,
but I'm liking these requests. There's lots coming through, guys. And some of them I don't even know. Candy by Small Town Sleeper.
Oh, that's cool. We'll go back through them.
Yeah, we'll go back through these and figure out if there's one in there that might be, something fun that we could do. Because we do want to do another cover, hopefully, in the next.
Yeah, I like always having it in an arsenal where I'm like, depending on what's going on with us, it's always something extra that we can give out to you guys, Mm-hmm. Just be like, here, like, take this for now. If we can't give you this right now, we'll give you this.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
All right. So before we get to some
I can't please everybody either.
Some previews of maybe some new music, I wanted to give you guys one more chance to maybe ask some questions. We're now in the last 15 minutes.
Wait, no, let's give them another snippet first.
Another
just
snippet
to be crazy.
First.
Yeah, just to be crazy. And then I'll find another one after.
Laughing like you're hold up, just live in the moment. Doors are still wide open. Time is up, so just choose one. So what you gonna do? Cause I ain't seen what it do. So what's in the floor? Survive the war, the strong love leads us strangled. Hold up, switch up your perception. Just your imperfection. Nothing that you can't hold. They said you're fine. Don't open your eyes. Don't wait no more.
All right, that's it. That's it. I already went too far. I can see my manager calling me. What the hell? Blah, blah, blah.
Interesting. So I don't know what you guys think of that one. That was one of the ones we've written during quarantine times.
That was one of my favorite ones, actually. I'm really stoked about that one. I have no mix finish, and I back into the songs messed up, but the front end of it in the chorus, I think, sounds real good. So
yeah,
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, thought I'd show you guys that. Keep you hanging on just a little
hanging
longer with us. I think we're doing pretty good for a social hour. It's already 45 minutes in, and I feel like we've covered a lot, but not been too boring.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, you know, I mentioned the quiz, potentially doing a quiz next time. But if there's anything like fun that you guys have seen online, like maybe a situation where we could do one of those, like, who's the most this, who's the most that, and we could like point to each other. And I also wanted to get
we have the stars.
What's that?
The origami stars. It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Coma's good. Alina, the little one is just napping.
The dog?
Yeah.
She's over there. She looks like she stopped breathing,
dog.
But she's still alive.
She is alive. She loves us being home because we spend so much time with her.
That song was called No Surrender.
Yes. And
I feel like
show us the dog. Coma!
Come here, dog.
Coma!
Come on over here. So everybody wants to see you.
The next social hour, what do you guys think about this time? If we were to do maybe a quiz over at Zoom or something.
Here comes the dog.
And if you guys like this time, or if you guys suggest maybe a little earlier for some people, I don't know. This is Coma. If you guys have never met Coma before, she's really chill. She's 10 years old. She's a mix between Border Collie Lab and a German Shepherd was her dad. And we owned her mother, Clutch.
And she's super smart. And we have really, really amazing, good best friend neighbors that take care of her while we're on tour.
Coma,
so she doesn't have to be away from home too much.
Speak. No?
Maybe not. She's
Can you speak? What?
It's not about the dog. It's about us. Okay.
Play Never Have I Ever.
Never Have I Ever?
Yeah. You remember that game? Like when you're like a teenager and you'd be like, never have I ever done this.
I've never understood games like that. I just drink, you know?
Matt doesn't work with the drinking game because he just drinks constantly. That it's like
I think like a drinking game that like I'm like they're like drink. I'm like okay, like, I don't see this. And I see people are like, oh, you want to play this drinking game? You're gonna waste. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's why we drink. No, I'm sorry.
I keep getting asked about chapter 9 of the video. So if you guys pay attention to our videos and if you guys do a quiz with us.
This dog's breath is rank, man. Your dog,
I didn't give her a dentist today. So we kind of have a storyline running through most of our videos. The first record was all kind of Alice in Wonderland themed, going from place to place, being chased by the ugly. And we hung it after chapter 8, right? That was the last one we did. And then the second record was all about this train.
Look have you heard the Snowpiercer's becoming a TV show?
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well, if you guys
my liver's fine for the questions. I like to play around, and I'm never gonna be the kind of guy that lies and or blah blah blah. I like to have a glass of wine. I love to have beers. You know, that's how it goes. I'm not, but my liver's still. I'm doing okay.
Well, Stephen Emmanuel, I see, who wrote the Snowpiercer question. Snowpiercer is a movie that was directed. Oh, what's his name? The director that just won the Academy Award for Parasite.
Yeah.
Korean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Korean director. He did this movie called Snowpiercer, which I loved and got inspired by for Opus Mar, which was all about this train. And I loved how each train car was so different. And that's what I tried to create with the music videos for all the songs in Opus Mar that take place in different times and different train cars on the Opus Mar. And each one was themed, if you guys got that, for that record. And there is a connection with that. And then with the new record.
Who's the conductor of the train? Who's the conductor?
Well,
that was me.
That was Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played the conductor. Yeah, with the cool mask that we made. But the new record is all themed around,
which is rare because I never even play characters most of the time.
Around these 4 gangs, which you guys have taken the quiz about and stuff. And that appeared in our music videos. We have 4 different kind of characters. And we've actually themed like the artwork for the record is going to be around that. More music videos are going to involve that, but it's going to be a challenge because I was so ambitious deciding that the next record was going to involve more characters, more people. And now we're in a situation where we're stuck with just the 2 of us and the dog. So that'll have to be the types of actors.
We've talked about this. It's kind of cool. Like, I actually am really stoked about it because I saw somebody asking like, what's our favorite videos? And I'm kind of stoked because Sky's been playing around with all this clay right now and like doing molds and stuff.
Yeah, so, learning new skills in quarantine.
Yeah. So it's possible we could go back and start thinking about like another stop motion video that we've never done a full one, but there's been videos where we've added little pieces, in our indie weird way, the way we figure out how to film and make things happen. So like there's, talk of us trying to figure out another one of those, which would be a lot of work, but would be really fun to make happen.
Yeah. So there's ways to make it work and get creative with it. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Yeah. What gang is Coma? I don't know. She hasn't taken the quiz yet.
She doesn't have any. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any more questions, now that we've got we're almost got 10 minutes left, I guess, less than 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. And
this is blown by. I need to get another glass of wine.
And I wanted to do a couple more
clips.
What are you
doing to the dog?
I'm just petting her.
There's dog hair everywhere.
Yeah, that's what happens. Oh, God. I'm actually allergic to dogs. I don't know if you guys know that, but I think I have immunity to Coma because she's so cute.
She doesn't. She still gets itchy.
So a couple, probably a few of you, not a couple, but more than a few.
Do you guys play Xbox? More PlayStation.
If you want to play N64 games, that was my generation. That's what I can do.
Yeah, she loves her 64. So do I. I like we're Mario Kart peeps especially when our bus was running and we had our bus going. That's all we were playing.
Yeah. And I wanted to tell everyone about how on the road for some of our VIPs, we would do a little kind of sample testing group of a couple of the new songs. And so I'm sure some of you have heard our songs like New Jive, This Dance is Doomed, Vertigo, Overdrive, maybe. Yeah, maybe. No. The ones you heard today were No Surrender and a little clip of one called Bystander. That was our newest one that we just wrote, which is the first one off the hop. Is there anything else, Matt, that you feel like you said you wanted to do one that you thought might not make the record. What were you thinking when you said that?
I'm like I'm all over the place now. I'm kind of like, should I show them this? Should I show them that? But it would be nice to show you guys like a real alternative sound of like even further direction than what we've done before as a band. So like maybe I could show you guys like a minute and you guys could go tell me if you're just like, oh, do you think that's cool? Or do we, maybe it's one of the songs. Like I personally, like, I still love everything we're working on. I just don't know if it fits the model of our record. So that's why I want to ask you guys. You guys are like the diehards. You're with us. You're real, close people to us. So if you don't mind, yeah, I'm talking a lot. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just see here. What's I do this quickly.
So Matt's going to look up some songs and maybe I'll give you guys like a choice of 2 song titles and then you guys can vote on which one you want to listen to.
So what about if I was to look at like either Skeletons, Missing in Action, or what was the other one I was thinking? What's that slow one?
And there's a couple of them.
The real slow one.
Where My Heart Is?
I don't know.
Or Wide Awake?
We have so many. Yeah, that one. What's that one called again?
Wide Awake. Okay. Do you guys want to hear Skeletons or Wide Awake? Vote now. Getting more Wide Awakes right now. Oh, there a lot came in. Okay, Skeletons. Oh, wait. Oh, that's hard to keep track of. You guys are crazy.
I'm gonna open up both.
He's gonna open up both.
No, you keep telling me.
I can't keep a tally because it's going so fast. Skeletons, Wide Awake, both. Skeletons, both.
They really are only pieces. It's not like I'm giving away too much anyways, I believe. So why don't we just give away, get a couple up here and we'll just show you parts.
Okay, here's a little part of skeleton.
I can't show you more, but I can show you parts.
You can show you a little part.
Yeah.
You guys tell us when this is over which one you like better. This is skeletons. Okay, that was the verse of skeletons. And the theremin, yes, Jumpy have caught it right off the bat. To me, it's very it feels like a Halloween song. Anyway, okay, ready for the next one?
Okay, so
yes, it does have a little Dodger vibe, Marcus says.
Ah,
yeah.
So yeah, you know, like we're trying stuff, yo. What can I say? Try this one out. And let
Try
me know
this one, Wide Awake.
That's it. I'm not showing you more.
So you can kind of tell how those ones are a bit of a departure, maybe a little bit more like ballady or poppy or reggae. So those were more of our experimental ones we did at the beginning of the process of writing this record. And you can kind of tell how we're kind of like unsure if those ones are going to make the rest of the record. The ones we played at the beginning of this stream were more of like, okay, these are like, you know, our go-to Sumo Cyco songs. So you guys tell us what you think. We'd love to get your opinions on those because you guys do mean a lot to us. And, you know, it's not to say that the songs will never be released. It just might not be part of this record, or they might be bonus tracks. You never know. We're songwriters. We just write stuff. Whatever comes out, comes out. Sometimes it's not always planned. It just is what it is, you know? Yeah, so they were saying maybe do like an EP of some of the experimental stuff.
But nobody's against it. Nobody's like,
no
this
one's
sucks.
saying
Nobody's
it
like,
sucks. If they do think it sucks, they're holding their tongue, which is one of the lines.
Don't hold your tongue.
In
it's
Skeletons.
Not worth it.
They didn't even hear the chorus of Skeletons, but it's like, hold your tongue, everyone's got skeletons. So it's, yeah. Cool, guys. Well, we're nearing the last minute. I see you're trying to upload something.
Yeah, well,
there,
like, you know, this is like the side of me that was like, oh, you know, I don't want everybody to think we just turned around and just done all soft songs here either.
Okay. So Matt's got one more he wants to show you guys before we go.
Possibly. I was just taking a look and seeing which one I was thinking about showing a riff of.
And okay.
And I'm not sure. That's the thing.
What is this?
I gotta look.
What is he bringing up?
This is
going off script right now.
I am going so off script. Wait, you can't. You got to keep talking. And
I got to keep talking because he's got to figure some stuff out. So guys,
okay, just listen quickly.
Okay, listen quickly.
These are just like riffs. I'm just giving you some riffs. Still running heavy stuff. That's all I'm saying is that we still got heavy stuff coming on.
You just wanted to prove something. Caroline Pereira, happy birthday! Woo woo!
Hey, everybody wish Sky a happy birthday. In like 2 days, it's her birthday, you know? Happy birthday, Sly.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Is it in 2 days from now? What's the date today? 3rd?
Yeah, so it's May 5th. Yeah. I was born on Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, I'm having a birthday and probably not gonna do a crazy party, but I will be here with this guy. So it's all up to you. My birthday's in your hands.
We'll figure something out.
I wanted to thank all of you guys for joining us today on our live social hour.
And we're gonna go through all this and like try to answer all the stuff we missed. I think we can, right?
Yeah.
And we can write it back. So we'll still go through all this stuff. We appreciate it. It just came in way faster than expected, so it was a little hard.
Which is great. It's just you guys are such supports. I will be announcing maybe on Zoom if you guys have used Zoom before, where we can see your faces. Maybe we'll have a theme. Maybe we'll do a quiz. Maybe we'll do some more creative stuff.
If we do Zoom, it has to be a costume party.
A costume party where you have to dress like a Cyco City character of your choice. It could be a character you made up or a character maybe that you know from one of the music videos. And we will do a Sumo Cyco quiz, and I'll be announcing it. So spread the word. And yes, I am turning 22 again. I'm going backwards in age. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, listen, guys, thank you so much. It means a lot to us.
We've
had, actually, this has been a lot of fun, even for you and I, just bantering a little bit back and forth, because usually we're just yelling at each other instead of talking to other people. So it's actually been nice. And yeah, just keep in touch with us. We're going to keep in touch with you and try to be more online with what we're doing. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get this whole record figured out. And hopefully this world's going to get the coronavirus figured out. And we'll all get back to normal eventually. But
I miss you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and we'll hopefully see you in the next couple weeks, okay? Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.